Castles no one wants to buy even for $1. This is Pem's Castle. It's located on an island off the coast of Wales. The sea fortress has been on the market for many years. The asking price is $150,000, but no one wants to buy this castle even for $1. That's because the island is only the castle and you'd need a boat to get to it. It's also very old and decrepit, so you'd need to renovate it. This is Castello di Blera. It's located near Rome, Italy. Italy is trying to give this castle away for free. The catch is the castle is very run down, meaning you'd have to spend lots of money on renovations. This is Lleida Castle in Spain. It's been on sale for $99,000, but no one wants to buy it. This is Castello di Monfiore in Italy. It's another castle Italy is trying to give away for free, but no one wants to buy it as renovations could cost millions. Islands no one wants to buy even for $1. This is Tillamook Island. It's located off the coast of Oregon, USA. It's up for sale for only $50,000, but no one wants to buy it. This island is nicknamed Terrible Tilly. That's because massive sweeping waves hit this island every day, making it a dangerous and scary place to live on. This is Fort Carroll Island. It's found off the coast of Baltimore, USA. It's on sale for only $31,500, but the catch is anyone who buys it has to restore the abandoned fort on the island. This is a big project which could cost millions of dollars. These are the Picabuca Islands. These 6 islands are located off the coast of Brazil, and they're up for sale for only $79,500. This is because you only own them for 99 years, and the yearly taxes on these islands are very big. This mansion is selling for $10, but no one wants to buy it. This is the Montclair Mansion in New Jersey. It's 6 bedrooms and 4,000 square feet. It's up for sale for only $10, but for some reason no one wants to buy it. The reason why is because there's a big catch. If you buy this place, you'll need to move it somewhere else. 8 new houses have been approved to be built on this land, but first this house needs to be bought and then moved. So as well as the $10 for the house, you'll have to buy land to move it to, and also pay all of the transportation fees. The moving fees alone will be around $70,000, and in total with the land could cost around $300,000. Tell me if you think it's worth it to own this amazing mansion. Photos of Putin's billion-dollar palace have been leaked. Russian President Vladimir Putin has a billion-dollar palace on the Black Sea. It cost over $1.4 billion to build. They tried to build it in total secrecy. That was until the construction workers took these photos. They then leaked these photos to the press. There's a no-fly zone around the palace, something that only happens to government buildings. Thanks to many financial leaks, we now know that Putin owns this palace. The compound is 191,000 square feet and includes a greenhouse, an ice palace, a helipad, a church, a movie theater, a tea house, guest houses, its own bridge and wine-tasting cave, and inside the house there are swimming pools, spas, saunas, a casino, a music lounge, and 12 guest bedrooms. All this when Putin's official salary is only $140,000 per year. Everyone laughed at this man's house until they looked inside. This man was a pilot in the Air Force. After 30 years of military service, he retired, and he bought this tiny house in San Francisco, USA. But there was a problem. All of his neighbors were very rich and lived in mansions. Because of this, his neighbors wouldn't speak to him and made fun of his house. One day when this man was on his porch, some teenagers came and made fun of him. They were laughing at how small and thin his house was. At first, the man was very upset, but then decided to invite the teenagers inside his house. When the teens entered the house, they were stunned. Inside, he had a full flight simulator. He'd spent millions of dollars building this. After this, everyone in the neighborhood asked to use it, but he said no. That's because they'd made fun of him all those years. Genius houses you won't believe actually exist. One day, 14-year-old Andre Canto had an argument with his parents. Instead of running away, he decided to build his own house. He used a pickaxe and carved out an underground home. He eventually used a pulley system to remove the rocks. After 1 year, the house was built and had many rooms, Wi-Fi, and a music system too. In 2018, many Florida houses were destroyed by Hurricane Michael. That was except for one house. The Hurricane House was designed to withstand any hurricane. Despite the hurricane's 255-mile-per-hour winds, it stayed standing. Many neighbors made fun of the guys who built this house. But when their houses were destroyed and the hurricane house stayed standing, they weren't laughing anymore. At the age of 65, Teranobu Fujimori decided to build his dream treehouse. The tiny house is built on top of 2 trees. Zombie-proof houses you have to see. The concrete ark is a house found in Poland. It is a gigantic concrete box that can be fully sealed up. It's hard to even see how to get into this house. The only way to get in is by using a secret drawbridge. This underwater fortress can be found on the Black Sea in Russia. The house actually has windows, meaning that you can see underwater from inside the house. This is like a supervillain's lair. Just Enough Room Island is a tiny island located in New York. It's impossible to get to by anything other than boat. The desert house is found in California, USA. It really blends in with the desert, making it hard to see. The house was under construction for 20 years and no one even knew except the owners. It can't be accessed by normal roads, so you need to learn every single back route to get to this house. If you see this marking outside your house, then get help fast. Burglars have recently been tagging houses with paint. These are secret codes only the burglars understand. This one means the house has an alarm. This one means the owner may be nervous or afraid. This one means the house has been burgled before. This one means a vulnerable female lives inside. This one means the house is too risky to burgle. And this one means your house is not worth stealing from. These are known by burglars as curb codes. They've been used for many years in the USA, but they're now being used more and more in the UK. Even police are now telling people to look out for these markings. I might have to use the nothing worth stealing marking outside my house to avoid any burglars. Stay safe and make sure you tell your friends and neighbors about this so they know as well. Houses so scary they had to be demolished. The Enfield poltergeist house is found in London, UK. In the 1970s, the Hodgson family moved in and began experiencing strange things. They would hear knocking sounds, screaming, and furniture would move around by itself. Also, one of the daughters named Janet was possessed by a man named Bill. In this BBC interview, she is seen speaking with a man's voice.
No.
Who's there?
Doctor.
Records of the house were looked up and it was found a man named Bill used to live here. The Sally house is one of the most haunted houses in America. It's said many spirits haunt this house. The main ghost is named Sally. A former owner named Tony once saw Sally in the kitchen one night. He sketched what he saw and showed the child of a former owner. When the child saw the sketch, she said, "That was my imaginary friend when I was younger named Sally." This is why Elon Musk lives in a $50,000 house. Elon Musk is the richest man on the planet. He has a net worth of $300 billion, but he lives in a $50,000 house in Texas. The house is a pre-made unit made by a company named Boxable. It is very efficient inside. It's only 375 square feet, but it has all of the appliances you would need. This includes a sink, a refrigerator, and an oven. It also has a dishwasher and a microwave. The box-shaped house is divided into 4 segments. There is a kitchen space and a living room space. And on the other side, there is a bathroom and a bedroom. Kim Jong-un's house has been found on Google Maps. A Google Maps user has found the North Korean leader's house. It is 70,000 square feet. It is complete with its own basketball court, theme park, and water park. In the water, there are harbor protection blocks. This means no one can drive a boat up to Kim's house. There's also a theater and even a shooting range too. The house is made up of 4 palaces and 4 other buildings. Many of these details have been confirmed by Dennis Rodman. He has visited and stayed at Kim's house over 8 times.